When the music stops, the chaos begins. Just hours after King Harris' last song dropped, something unexpected happened. New footage emerged showing **50 Cent's affiliates arriving at **T.is mansion, and fans are losing it. The clip isn't long, but every second is packed with tension, anticipation, and questions nobody has answers to yet. Social media erupted almost immediately, with timelines flooded by reactions ranging from shock to excitement. Because when two of the biggest names in hip-hop are connected through secretive visits, rumors aren't just likely, they are inevitable. The footage itself raises eyebrows. Luxury cars pull up, figures move quickly and deliberately, and even small gestures hint at serious conversations behind closed doors. There's an intensity in the scene that makes it feel less like a casual visit and more like a strategic meetup. Observers are replaying it frame by frame, trying to catch every facial expression, every hand gesture, every subtle signal. And the more they analyze, the more the speculation grows. What is happening behind these gates? Is it about music, business, or something even bigger? Fans and industry insiders alike are asking the same questions. Was this planned? Is it connected to King Harris' latest song-dropping moments before? And why now? Timing is everything in the world of viral music moments, and this footage hits at the perfect storm, combining celebrity, mystery, and the raw intensity of what could be a historic moment in hip-hop collaborations or moves. Social media is exploding with theories. Some suggest there's a new collaboration in the works between T.I., 50 Cent, and King Harris' team. Others believe this could be a meeting about strategic influence, aligning alliances, or even settling old scores. The ambiguity is fueling engagement at a level rarely seen in viral hip-hop news. Everyone wants to know what happens next. But one thing is clear. This isn't just another viral clip. This is a moment that could redefine narratives, shift power dynamics, and set the stage for something fans won't forget. Every second of that footage feels deliberate, every move calculated, and the questions it raises will dominate conversations for days, maybe weeks, to come. The world is watching, and no one is blinking. The moment the footage surfaced, the internet went into overdrive. Within minutes, fans, bloggers, and reaction channels were dissecting every frame, every subtle movement, every vehicle that pulled up to T.I.'s mansion. The timing alone was enough to send shockwaves. King Harris' last song had just dropped, and suddenly, there was a coordinated appearance by affiliates of 50 Cent. To anyone who has followed hip-hop for more than a minute, this was a headline waiting to happen. It wasn't just a casual visit. The footage suggested something deliberate, something calculated, a meeting that had weight beyond the public eye. Fans immediately began analyzing the scene. Luxury SUVs, tinted windows, and the discreet manner in which people entered the mansion all added layers of intrigue. Body language became a primary point of discussion. The way a hand was extended, the slight pause before someone entered, the purposeful pace of every figure moving through the driveway. Every detail was scrutinized, as if the audience were detectives piecing together a story from fragments. And the more people studied it, the more questions emerged. Why now? Why here? And most importantly, what did this mean for King Harris' latest release? Some commentators suggested this was a celebration, a recognition of the song's viral momentum. Others were convinced it was strategic, a behind-the-scenes meeting meant to align interests, leverage influence, or even negotiate collaborations that hadn't yet been announced. When two names as monumental as 50 Cent and T.I. appear in the same frame, speculation naturally multiplies. It's not just about the music, it's about power, visibility, and positioning within the broader industry. And in hip-hop, appearances often speak louder than words. Beyond the footage itself, the context surrounding it intensified the buzz. King Harris' last song had already generated massive engagement online, trending across multiple platforms. Lyrics that hinted at conflict, alliances, and ambition resonated with listeners, and the timing of the affiliate's arrival felt like an extension of that narrative. Social media exploded with theories, from potential mentorship discussions to strategic partnerships, and even rumors of resolving disputes or reinforcing loyalty within the scene. The ambiguity created a storm of conversation that only fueled curiosity further. Industry insiders quickly weighed in, noting that viral moments like this are rarely accidental. The alignment of high-profile figures, coinciding precisely with a song drop, suggests deliberate planning. In a world where timing is everything, the convergence of King Harris music and the high-profile visit couldn't be ignored. Observers speculated that this was part of a larger campaign, one designed to maximize visibility, maintain relevance, and control the narrative surrounding the song and its ripple effects. Every movement caught on camera was interpreted as a signal, a piece of a larger puzzle that fans were desperate to solve. The reaction online also highlighted the power of curiosity-driven engagement. Fans weren't just reacting to the song or the visit individually. They were reacting to the interplay between the two. Clips were replayed hundreds of times, screenshots circulated, and reaction videos flooded timelines. Every fan, influencer, and commentator tried to decode the intentions behind every gesture, every glance, every frame of the footage. The buzz created a self-sustaining cycle of speculation, anticipation, and conversation that kept the story alive far beyond a standard viral moment. Even skeptics had to acknowledge the sophistication of the scenario. While some initially dismissed it as a simple post-release meetup, the layered timing, high-profile presence, and secrecy surrounding the footage painted a different picture. In an industry where perception is currency, orchestrated appearances like this carry significant weight. They signal strategy, control, and awareness, qualities that often distinguish fleeting trends from career-defining moments. Ultimately, part one of this story isn't just about the footage itself. It's about the environment it created. It highlights the convergence of artistry, influence, and strategy. Fans, insiders, and casual observers alike were drawn into the narrative, each playing a role in amplifying the viral energy. By combining the release of King Harris' last song with the sudden visibility of 50 Cent's affiliates at T.I.'s mansion, a moment was crafted that felt bigger than a single clip or single track. It was a demonstration of power, timing, and relevance, a reminder that in the world of hip-hop, every move counts, and every frame tells a story. As the dust settled on the initial wave of reactions, one fact became clear. The world was now watching, waiting for the next move, analyzing every detail, and preparing for the story to unfold further. The viral energy wasn't fading. It was just beginning. The intensity around the footage didn't fade with time. If anything, it grew. Within hours of the initial leak, online communities were dissecting the vehicles arrived in a precise sequence. Certain figures entered together, and the entrances and exits were orchestrated as if rehearsed. It wasn't random. Every detail seemed intentional, fueling speculation that something major was in motion behind the walls of T.I.'s mansion. Fans and industry insiders alike began connecting the dots between King Harris' viral track and the high-profile visit. Lyrics in the song referenced alliances, power plays, and influence, themes that suddenly felt far more significant given the presence of 50 Cent's affiliates. People began theorizing that the visit wasn't merely celebratory. It could be about strategizing next steps in the industry, negotiating collaborations, or even settling ongoing disputes. The convergence of music and real-life power moves created a narrative that social media couldn't ignore. Even casual viewers picked up on the subtle tension in the footage. Small gestures, a hand extended slightly longer than usual, a deliberate glance exchange between two individuals, a pause at the front gate, were all scrutinized and interpreted as signals. Online threads exploded with decoded versions of the meeting, with users speculating about alliances, rivalries, and the implications for the next wave of hip-hop releases. Every frame became a topic of debate, making the clip feel far more significant than its short runtime might suggest. Beyond speculation, the strategic timing of the footage was impossible to ignore. King Harris' song had just gone viral, trending across platforms with millions of streams in a matter of hours. The appearance of 50 Cent's affiliates at T.I.'s mansion immediately afterward suggested coordination rather than coincidence. Some insiders hinted that this may be part of a larger campaign to build momentum around King Harris' track, ensuring it dominates conversation for days or even weeks. In an era where timing can make or break virality, this sequence of events demonstrated precision and foresight. The social media response reflected the high stakes. Fans dissected the scene repeatedly, pausing and replaying clips to catch every nuance. Reaction videos multiplied rapidly, each one offering new theories about the purpose of the visit. Analysts noted that the footage was driving engagement at levels rarely seen from a single post-release event. The combination of celebrity presence, secrecy, and the ongoing impact of King Harry's song created an ecosystem of conversation that seemed self-sustaining. Meanwhile, industry insiders speculated on the potential stakes behind the meeting. Could this be about future collaborations, joint ventures, or strategic mentorship opportunities? Or was it a demonstration of influence, a way to reinforce power within certain circles of the hip-hop community? Whatever the case, the fact that speculation was so widespread underscored the significance of both the individuals involved and the timing of the appearance. It became less about the specifics of the visit and more about the cultural weight it carried. Even critics who were initially skeptical found themselves drawn into the conversation. While some dismissed it as an overhyped meet and greet, others recognized the subtle messaging at play. The presence of high-profile figures, the precise choreography of arrivals, and the connection to King Harry's viral momentum suggested that this wasn't just happenstance. It was an intentional move designed to capture attention, control narrative, and signal influence. Part 2 of this unfolding story reveals the power of context. The footage itself is a snapshot, but its meaning grows exponentially when viewed alongside King Harry's viral track, the timing of the release, and the involvement of 50 Cent's affiliates. By creating a scenario where music and strategic appearances intersect, the participants have effectively engineered a moment that dominates public attention. The conversation isn't just about a song or a visit. It's about influence, visibility, and the stakes of power within hip-hop. As the narrative continues to develop, one fact becomes increasingly clear. This viral moment isn't fading. Every discussion, every theory, and every replay of the footage only adds to its significance. Fans, analysts, and industry figures all watching closely, anticipating the next move, and speculating about what might unfold in the wake of this carefully orchestrated intersection between music, power, and strategy. The story is just beginning, and the world is locked in, ready for what comes next. The tension surrounding the footage only intensified as more eyes turned toward it. With every replay, fans and commentators noticed nuances that had been missed initially. A subtle nod between two individuals, the way a car pulled up to the driveway with precision, the deliberate pacing of the guests. These seemingly minor details fueled speculation that the visit to T.I.'s mansion was more than just a casual meetup. The presence of 50 Cent's affiliates immediately after King Harry's last viral release suggested coordination, timing, and strategy, an intentional alignment that was impossible to ignore. Social media erupted as fans began connecting the dots, theorizing what the meeting might signify for the broader hip-hop landscape. Online discussions quickly evolved into deep analysis. The lyrics from King Harry's track became a reference point, with fans comparing them to the interactions observed in the footage. Lines that referenced loyalty, influence, and power suddenly carried a new weight. Observers speculated whether the visit was celebratory, a form of mentorship, or even a strategy session to consolidate alliances within the industry. Every gesture, every movement, and every pause seemed calculated, creating an air of deliberate secrecy that heightened curiosity. Some even suggested that the sequence of arrivals mirrored lyrics or themes in the song, adding a narrative layer that blurred the line between music and real-life events. Reaction channels and fan pages amplified the buzz. Clips of the footage were broken down frame by frame. Slow-motion analyzers highlighted subtle interactions, and screenshots were circulated for comparison with prior appearances of T.I., 50 Cent, and King Harris. The community-driven analysis created a self-perpetuating cycle of engagement. Viewers dissected theories, theorists amplified them, and the story maintained traction far beyond what a single viral moment typically achieves. The social media ecosystem itself became part of the spectacle, as audiences competed to uncover hidden meanings, speculate on alliances, and predict upcoming moves. The timing of the footage release played a crucial role in shaping the narrative. King Harris' track had already garnered millions of streams, trending organically across platforms. The appearance of 50 Cent's affiliates immediately afterward suggested a calculated move designed to maximize visibility. Industry insiders pointed out that moments like this, where music and influential figures converge, can create exponential impact, amplifying the significance of both the song and the individuals involved. It wasn't just about a viral track or a surprise visit. It was about orchestrating influence, controlling narrative, and shaping perception. Speculation extended to possible collaborations, business negotiations, and strategic alliances. Some insiders suggested that the meeting could signify upcoming joint projects or partnerships intended to leverage each party's influence. Others believed it might be about consolidating power within key hip-hop circles or ensuring alignment around major releases. The ambiguity surrounding the footage only added fuel to the fire, as fans debated motives, intentions, and potential outcomes. Each theory generated engagement, prolonging attention and keeping the story alive in public discourse. Even skeptics who initially dismissed the footage as overhyped began to acknowledge the precision of the event. The sequence of arrivals, the coordinated timing, and the link to King Harris' viral track indicated careful planning. Observers recognized that in an era dominated by fleeting attention spans, a moment like this, engineered with subtlety, can achieve long-lasting impact. By combining strategic timing, celebrity presence, and viral music, the participants created a narrative that commanded attention without needing overt promotion or sensationalism. The unfolding story also highlighted the power of perception. In hip-hop, reputation, alliances, and timing are as critical as talent itself. This footage, paired with the viral track, created a cultural touchpoint that forced audiences to pay attention, analyze, and speculate. It demonstrated that influence isn't just about presence. It's about how moments are engineered, how narratives are crafted, and how timing is leveraged. King Harris' song provided the spark, and the appearance of 50 Cent's affiliates at T.I.'s mansion fanned it into a wildfire of conversation. Part 3 of this story underscores the depth of strategy at play. The viral footage isn't merely a snapshot in time. It's a carefully crafted narrative moment designed to maximize engagement, highlight influence, and shape perception. Fans, analysts, and industry insiders alike are watching closely, anticipating what the next move will reveal. The combination of music, celebrity, and calculated timing has transformed a short clip into a defining moment that could influence the trajectory of everyone involved. The tension is high, the stakes are enormous, and the world is waiting to see what unfolds next. As the viral energy continued to build, the focus shifted from the footage itself to the broader implications of the meeting. Fans and industry observers began to debate what it meant for the power dynamics within hip-hop. The presence of 50 Cent's affiliates at T.I.'s mansion, arriving shortly after King Harris' last viral release, was more than a coincidence. It signaled alignment, strategy, and influence, a deliberate move to assert presence and control in a scene that thrives on timing, perception, and visibility. Every frame of the footage, every gesture, and every car that arrived seemed to have been orchestrated to maximize impact. Discussion online grew more intense as fans began analyzing micro-details of the clip. The precise sequence of arrivals, the posture of the affiliates, and even the manner in which they moved through the driveway were interpreted as intentional signs of hierarchy and coordination. Observers speculated that this was not simply a social call, but a strategic meeting designed to consolidate alliances or make important decisions regarding upcoming projects. Some suggested it was a protective measure, reinforcing loyalty among affiliates and stakeholders in the wake of King Harris' viral attention. Others theorized it might be about negotiating collaborations or planning events tied to the momentum of his latest song. Social media erupted with fan theories, reaction videos, deep dive analyses, and speculation threads proliferated across platforms, each attempting to decode the intentions behind the visit. Some commentators highlighted the symbolism in the footage, the luxury vehicles, the gated mansion, the deliberate pacing of the guests, suggesting it was a visual message of authority, success, and calculated influence. The engagement metric skyrocketed as audiences debated every detail, replayed the footage, and shared screenshots with commentary. The viral moment had transcended its original context, becoming a cultural flashpoint that demanded attention from casual observers, fans, and industry insiders alike. Timing proved to be a central factor in the impact of the footage. King Harry's track had already gone viral, trending on multiple platforms with millions of streams in just hours. The subsequent arrival of 50 Cent's affiliates at T.I.'s mansion suggested coordination that amplified the significance of both the song and the visit. It wasn't merely about being seen. It was about being strategic in shaping public perception. Observers noted that this level of orchestration requires foresight and understanding of how social media and viral trends operate. The meeting appeared to be an exercise in narrative control, guiding public conversation, creating speculation, and maintaining attention in a highly competitive digital environment. Analysts speculated about the potential outcomes of the meeting. Some suggested future collaborations, joint ventures, or strategic alliances intended to consolidate influence within hip-hop circles. Others viewed it as a symbolic move, reinforcing reputations and signaling unity in a climate where perception often outweighs reality. Regardless of the exact purpose, the ambiguity of the footage was central to its impact. By not revealing the full context, the participants allowed speculation to dominate conversation, ensuring the viral moment would remain relevant for days, if not weeks. Even critics acknowledged the sophistication of the scenario. While some initially dismissed it as a simple post-release visit, the coordinated timing, high-profile presence, and subtle cues implied planning and intention. In an industry where attention is fleeting, the ability to sustain engagement through ambiguity and timing is a powerful form of influence. By carefully balancing visibility and secrecy, the parties involved created a moment that dominated discussion without requiring overt explanation or sensationalism. The cultural significance of the footage also became apparent as the viral conversation unfolded. Fans weren't merely consuming content. They were participating in the narrative, debating motives, predicting outcomes, and engaging with the strategic messaging embedded in the clip. This phenomenon highlighted the intersection of music, celebrity, and calculated public appearances as a tool for shaping perception and reinforcing influence. King Harry's viral track served as the catalyst, while the visit to T.I.'s mansion amplified and contextualized it, creating a multi-layered moment of cultural resonance. Part 4 demonstrates the depth of strategy behind viral moments in hip-hop. The convergence of music, high-profile figures, and orchestrated appearances shows how narrative control, timing, and influence intersect to generate lasting impact. Fans, analysts, and industry insiders are locked into the story, eagerly anticipating the next development. The footage may be short, but its implications are far-reaching, shaping perception, reinforcing alliances, and positioning those involved for the next chapter. The stakes remain high, the conversation continues, and the world is waiting to see how this story will unfold. As the story continued to unfold, the focus shifted from speculation to anticipation. By now, the viral footage of 50 Cent's affiliates arriving at T.I.'s mansion had become more than just a clip. It was a cultural event. Every fan, analyst, and industry insider was dissecting it, replaying it, and theorizing about its significance. The convergence of King Harry's viral song with this high-profile appearance had created a perfect storm, blending music, influence, and strategy in a way that few viral moments ever achieve. The clip wasn't just about visibility. It was about messaging, timing, and the subtle assertion of power. Observers noted that the choreography of the visit was deliberate. Vehicles arrived in a precise sequence. Affiliates moved with purpose, and the timing suggested coordination rather than chance. Every hand gesture, every glance, every pause was scrutinized as though it were a coded message. Fans began comparing these details to past appearances of T.I., 50 Cent, and King Harris, looking for clues about alliances, hierarchies, and potential collaborations. The viral momentum of the song amplified these observations, making each frame of the footage a topic of intense discussion. Speculation about the purpose of the meeting was rampant. Some believed it was celebratory, acknowledging the viral success of King Harris' track. Others argued it was strategic, potentially signaling future collaborations or business arrangements. There were even whispers about influence and power consolidation, suggesting the meeting could have long-term implications for the hip-hop industry. The ambiguity of the footage fueled these theories, allowing fans and commentators to project their own interpretations while keeping the conversation alive. Social media engagement reflected the magnitude of the moment. Reaction videos multiplied, commentary threads exploded, and memes began circulating that referenced the meeting. The footage had transcended its original context, becoming a catalyst for conversation across multiple platforms. Fans weren't just observing. They were participating in the narrative, debating every detail and building anticipation for what might come next. The viral clip had effectively turned viewers into active participants in a story that blended music, celebrity, and calculated appearances. Timing played a critical role in the impact of the footage. King Harris' song had already garnered millions of streams and was trending worldwide. The appearance of 50 Cent's affiliates immediately afterward reinforced the significance of the track, creating a synchronized narrative that felt orchestrated for maximum effect. Industry insiders pointed out that this combination of timing, visibility, and celebrity presence demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of how attention is captured and maintained in the digital age. It wasn't just about going viral. It was about controlling the narrative. The implications of the footage extended beyond immediate speculation. Analysts suggested that the meeting could indicate upcoming collaborations, strategic partnerships, or other high-stakes moves designed to leverage influence and visibility. Whether the meeting was celebratory, strategic, or symbolic, its viral impact demonstrated the power of coordinated action in shaping perception. Fans and critics alike were drawn into the narrative, compelled to follow each development and engage with the story in real time. Part 5 of this unfolding saga highlights the broader cultural significance of the viral footage. By intersecting music, celebrity presence, and strategic timing, the clip became more than a moment. It became a statement. It demonstrated how influence can be asserted subtly, through calculated appearances and coordinated events, and how attention can be sustained over days, weeks, and potentially months. The combination of King Harris' viral success and the high-profile visit to T.I.'s mansion created a layered narrative that kept audiences engaged, analyzing, and speculating. As the anticipation builds, one fact becomes clear. The viral footage is not an isolated event. It's part of a larger strategy that blends music, influence, and timing to maximize cultural impact. Fans are watching, theorizing, and participating in the story, and every detail of the footage continues to fuel conversation. The stakes are high, the narrative is complex, and the world is waiting to see what unfolds next. This is more than a viral clip. It's a defining moment that could shape the trajectory of King Harris, T.I., 50 Cent, and everyone involved in the unfolding story. The moment has arrived, but the next chapter is still unwritten. If you've been watching the viral footage, analyzing every gesture, every arrival, and every frame at T.I.'s mansion, then you know this story is far from over. The convergence of King Harris' latest track and 50 Cent's affiliates has set the stage for a series of events that could reshape the hip-hop landscape, and you don't want to miss a second. Stay connected and be part of the conversation. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the discussion in the comments to share your theories, reactions, and predictions. Every new detail, every follow-up clip, and every insider hint will keep the story evolving, and your engagement helps track the ripple effects as they happen. The viral moment is just the beginning. The next moves could change everything. Be ready, stay tuned, and watch as this high-stakes story unfolds in real time. Because in hip-hop, Every detail matters, and every move counts.